Hello, this is Brandy Spencer, and thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your busy schedule to attend this webinar. And the name of the webinar is Explode Your Business with New Clients. So before we even get started, I want you to take a moment to grab your pencil and paper, because I promise you that using just one of the strategies that I'm about to share with you tonight could double or triple the number of clients that you have in the next 30 days. And so I want you to write down this information that I share with you tonight, because I promise you it's gonna be juicy, okay? And so I also want you to make sure that you stay to the end, because I'm gonna give away a copy of my Client Getting Strategy Blueprint. It's the blueprint that we're gonna be discussing tonight. It's going to be the blueprint that I'll be teaching from. And so if you'd like a copy of it, all you need to do is stay to the very end of this webinar, and I will share a link with you so that you can download it. Once you download it, stick it on your wall, stick it next to your computer, and actually use it, because it works. And so, of course, we want to start a business. Of course, we want to make tons of money. But what do you really want, right? Money is only a vehicle. It's just a means of exchanging energy, okay? And so what do you really want? Do you want the opportunity to have more time freedom, where you can spend more time with your loved ones? Or is what's really important to you maybe traveling the world and experiencing the best in life? You see, having a business that is dependable when it comes to income, and a business that is able to sustain your lifestyle, is the only way that you're going to be able to do these things. And so for me, I have always been an entrepreneur, even as a young child. And so even though I was an entrepreneur at heart, I decided to take the traditional route. I got a degree in engineering and a master's in educational administration. And so I worked offshore on the oil rigs. And then I also worked in classrooms in one of the 4th largest school districts in the country. And even though I was building a career the traditional way, at night I was burning the midnight oil, trying to fulfill my dream of becoming an entrepreneur. And I don't know about you, but I was doing things like Googling my way to success, attending all types of free webinars, and I put all of that information together, and I created a product that I knew was amazing. And I just knew it was gonna fly off the shelves when I launched. But when I launched, I heard crickets. No one bought it. And so I realized that I didn't have time for that. You know, I was a busy professional, and the time that I was spending after work trying to build my business really meant a lot to me. And I really could be doing other things, like spending time with my family, spending times with my loved ones. So I knew that this either had to work or I had to cut it loose. And so what I decided to do was to ask for help. And so I invested in a quality mentorship, and that was through a group mastermind program. And through that program, I was able to learn a lot of the strategies and techniques that I'm going to share with you tonight. But I was also able to start to build some systems in my business that really allowed my business to thrive. And so once I first started implementing the strategies and techniques, one of the first signs of success was that people on social media started to respond to me and ask me questions specifically about the products and services that I was offering, okay? And then as I started asking and answering these questions and interacting with people in my instant message and online and during conversations offline, I started to see sales in my business finally. And so I know that if this happened for me, this could happen for you as well. So real quick, I want you to close your eyes and imagine that you can call in the amount of income that you need to live the life that you want. And when I say call in, I mean know exactly what to do to create the income that you need to spend more time with your kids and maybe go part-time in your career. Maybe it means going full-time in your business and doing that while you travel the world. Whatever that is, imagine that tonight on this call, I'm going to share nuggets with you that are going to allow you to do that. Okay? So what I want you to do is turn off your cell phones, mute all the notifications, and really get focused in what I'm about to share with you, because I am behind it 100%, because I know that without a shadow of a doubt, these 3 things that I'm going to share tonight will help you. All right? So here we go. So as I said before, I'm going to show you in this webinar how to explode your business with new customers without hustling, without chasing, or negotiating your prices, okay? So no more, can I get the hookup? Can I get the family discount? None of that, okay? I'm going to show you how to bypass that and how to attract people into your business who really value what you do, okay? And so this starts with the client getting blueprint. And as I said before, we're going to be discussing this at length tonight. And if you stay to the end, I'll share a link where you can download it and use it in your business. So this is the blueprint. So I'm going to discuss what the blueprint is, and then we're going to zero in on a couple of specific areas of it. So as you see, the first thing that you see is designing your custom traffic plan, okay? Then there is creating an offer that is irresistible, then nurturing and following up with your subscribers, creating an offer that is powerful and that is an offer that your ideal customers can't refuse, and then last up, offering an upsell. So that's what we're going to talk about. And so that may be overwhelming, but don't worry. Like I said, we're going to drill down. But all of these things in the blueprint are related to 3 myths that are keeping a lot of people broke. It's keeping a lot of people frustrated. It's keeping a lot of people in a job that does not value you and value what you do. And so that's what we're going to debunk tonight. So the first myth is that it's hard to determine what to sell to your customers, right? So maybe you are starting a business and you've been hearing that it's a long, drawn out process and it's painful, and that, you know, if you don't get it right, you're going to crash and burn. Well, I want to debunk that myth. It's not hard to determine what to sell. The secret is that your customers will tell you exactly what they want to buy. The challenge here is knowing what questions to ask and where to find that information. And so I'm going to share that with you. And so it all begins with research. Conversations are the first and most powerful way to find out what your ideal customers are going to buy. And that's by finding out where they are in their emotions, where they are in their confidence, how do they feel about themselves. And a lot of times they're not going to answer that or plaster that on social media. They want to share that information with you in a one-on-one setting, maybe via a phone call or an instant message. Number 2, surveys. Surveys are another great way to find out what your ideal customers are struggling with. And when they give you that information, then you can create a product or service that solves that specific problem. Also, groups and forums like Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, those are also a great place to find information. Sometimes it's not even your group. You can go and sift through information there and find golden nuggets that will tell you exactly what types of things people want to solve fast. And you'll learn that when people want to solve something fast and now, that's what they're going to spend money on. Lastly, are Facebook Insights. So if you have a Facebook business page, you may or may not know that there is a Facebook Insights tab that allows you to really drill down into your audience. But then also in the Power Editor, you're able to drill down into your audience as well as everybody who's on Facebook, okay? So I could say, hey, Facebook, what is the average income of women between the ages of 25 and 45 on Facebook? If you input that information in, it will absolutely let you know. And so the main thing here is that people are talking, and if you are clear about what types of information you need, you can zero in on that information and use it to make informed decisions in your business. So a couple of those questions that you may want to ask are, what types of problems are they struggling with? What have they tried before? Maybe they tried a local vendor for some type of problem that they had, and there was something about it that they didn't like. That information should be very, very important to you, right? Because you don't want to make those same mistakes. Also, where do they hang out? What do they read? Where do they go daily for information? And most importantly, what is keeping them up at night? What is their biggest, deepest, darkest secret or problem that you may be able to help them solve? And so you can take all of that information and package it in a way that allows you to create some type of irresistible freebie that welcomes those people into your community, okay? And it's also a way for them to wave their hand and say, hey, I'm interested in that, okay? So it's really a win-win situation for both of you. You're able to, of course, add a prospective buyer to your list or database, but then also they're able to receive valuable information to help them solve a problem. And so some types of freebies would be things like ebooks, audio training courses, cheat sheets and planners, organizers and email courses, and then also things like webinars. And as you see, I titled this slide, Result-Driven Freebies, okay? That should be top of mind as you create this free piece of content for your ideal customers. It needs to result in them being in a better place. It needs to be designed so that after they consume it, they are able to do one specific thing better or complete a task, okay? All right, so that was myth number 1. Myth number 2 is that it takes a lot of money to get more clients. Guys, the secret is it does not necessarily take more money to get more clients. And in fact, by tweaking different things in your business, you can increase your sales with very little effort, okay? And so one of those ways is with your follow-up. And I'm going to give you some statistics to prove that the fortune truly is in the follow-up. And so here are some statistics. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. That means if I go on social media and I post something that says, hey, buy me, 2% of people are going to buy then. 3% of people are going to buy after the second content. So maybe they see that post on social media and then they read a blog post about it and then they decide to buy. 5% of sales are made on the third contact. So that could be you calling somebody 3 times. That could be somebody interacting with you on Facebook and then on Instagram and then receiving an email from you. All of these touches are considered contacts, okay? And so then 10% are made with 4 contacts. And then look at this. 80% of sales are made on the 5th through the 12th contact. So I want to pause right here. And I really want you to think about what you're doing in your business. How many times are you contacting or touching your prospective buyers before you give up? If you added one more touch into the process that you're using to communicate with your ideal customers, you could increase sales by 2%, 5%, or even 70% of what you're currently doing. So here's some other statistics. I'm a numbers girl, right? So 48% of salespeople never follow up with a lead. That means I meet you somewhere. I know that you're probably good for my business and we're a good fit, but then I never call you. 48% of people do that. 25% of salespeople only make 2 contacts. And so if we flip back, 3% of sales are made on the second contact. So just by adding one more step to your follow-up process, you'll be able to increase sales by as much as 2%. And if you added 2 contacts, you would increase your sales by 7% from what you're currently doing. Okay? So 12% of salespeople make 3 contacts. Only 10% of people make more than 3 contacts. So I challenge you to become one of the 10% of salespeople who are making multiple contacts. And so you may be saying, Brandy, let's keep it real. I am so busy doing everything else and living life and going to work and taking care of kids that I can't even imagine adding anything else to my plate. Well, there's absolutely a way that you can add additional touches or contacts into your process in an automated way. And that's what we're going to talk about real quick. So we talked about the blueprint. There is a nurture and follow-up sequence that you can implement into your business that we said before can help boost those sales. And so when you implement this system, you're going to use a system such as ConvertKit or some type of other email marketing software. And so I've provided a link there if you would like to try it. It is an affiliate link, but hopefully you are using some type of affiliate link in your business so you can make additional income as well. And so let's look at this graphic. Let's imagine this graphic as emails, the blue squares as emails. So the first time that you send out a sales email, maybe 2 people purchased. This is where most people stop. They wouldn't send any more emails after that. And so in this illustration, if we added 2 more emails, let's see what happens. So I sent out another email. It wasn't as successful as the first email, but 1 person purchased. And then on the third and final email, we had 1 more sale. What we just did was double our income. Do you see? The first email, we had 2 sales. After the third email, we had a total of 4 sales, okay? So what I'm saying is that it's not rocket science to 2x or 3x your income and the number of clients that you have in your business. You just need to be strategic about it and know the processes that work, okay? So as you see, we have talked about the creating and offering an irresistible offer, and then the nurture and follow-up sequence. Now we're going to talk about your power products and services and your upsell. And so remember, we did a lot of research in the beginning to find out what our ideal customers were struggling with. And we said that we were going to create a solution or a product and service that solved that problem. So that's what our power product is going to be about. And so let's just talk a little bit more about it. So when you're deciding what your power product or service is, it is a product or service that solves one of your ideal customers' top of mind problems, one of their top 3. Okay. If it's too far down on their list of priorities, they don't even care right now. So we want one of their top 3 burning issues and some ideas of power products. If you don't have any products right now, are private coaching and consulting calls, super focused webinars, VIP days, and maybe even bundling together a couple of your products that you already have into a full solution to help someone solve a more complex problem. What is a power upsell? An upsell is something that you offer to your ideal customer after they have already purchased. And what you could be offering them could be something to complement what they've already purchased, or it could be something to make it work better or faster. And so that could be things like additional courses, private one-on-one calls with you, maybe some type of affiliate program or product that you didn't necessarily create, or once again, a bundle of some of your products that would help them as they implemented the course. Okay, so I know we're probably, going through this information real quick, but I promise I'll give you an opportunity if you want to dig a little deeper to kind of slow down on this thing. And also you will have a replay that you can watch later where you can pause it, take notes and all that kind of stuff. All right, so we're at myth number 3. So myth number 3 that is keeping a lot of people limited and not making the type of income that they truly could in their business is this one, that your list is too small to make money. Well, the secret is that it's probably not about how many people are seeing your offer or the traffic, right? That's not really and truly your problem, okay? So we're addressing this last piece of our blueprint right now, designing your custom traffic plan. And so when I say it's not necessarily about the amount of people who are seeing your offers, of course, if you have like 3 people seeing an offer, there's no way that you're going to make $100,000 a year off of it, unless it's a very expensive offer and it's very high converting. Or in most cases, that ain't going to happen. Okay, so there is a baseline, like you need a certain number of people, maybe 100 people to see your offer or something to meet certain income goals. But in order to increase the effectiveness of the traffic that you're bringing into your business, I want to quickly talk about 3 keys, okay? So the first key is traffic sources. If I am trying to sell women's feminine products, then I don't want to be sending traffic from men, from a male sports website for men, right? Men don't want to talk about pads. They don't want to talk about tampons. So that would not be a good source of traffic for my business. I would want maybe to focus on women who were between the ages of 18 and 25, because they're still probably having periods, right? I wouldn't want to attract 60-year-olds either to that offer, right? So your traffic sources really matter. Number 2, your pre-frame bridge. And then number 3, your offer. And so, as I said before, choosing the right traffic source is super important. And by improving the traffic that's coming into your landing pages, or improving the type of traffic that's actually seeing the offers on your social media pages, you're able to get a better number of sales, or increase the number of sales. And so here's a great example. Let's use that example about you have a great new maxi pad that's coming out. Half of the people in this line are definitely not interested in maxi pads, right? What if you replaced those 6 men in this line with 6 more women? Wouldn't you increase the chances of getting a sale from this traffic? It sounds easy and simple, but that's exactly what you can do in your business, okay? So number 2, what comes before your offer? So what comes before your offer is your pre-frame. And so that could mean that people see you posting that you have a new blog post online, and then they read the blog post and they say, gee, I love her. That blog post was awesome. And then at the end of the blog post, it says, hey, if you would like to learn more about maxi pads, sign up for my free ebook. And you were like, yes, I want to learn more about maxi pads. And then you signed up. That would be one way that you could get people onto your list, okay? Another way is that you may have somebody email for you and send out an introduction to their list as a joint venture or JV partner. So what they would do is say, hey, my friend Sheila has a great ebook on maxi pads. Download it now. And then you would say, oh, well, if Sheila says it is awesome, it must be awesome. So I'm going to download it. So that is the introduction from a JV partner. And so these are examples of a way to warm up the people who you want to be your customers. If people don't know you from Adam or Eve, they're not going to buy from you necessarily. So you're going to have to warm them up over time, and you're going to have to warm them up with content and these pre-frames so that they're more ready to buy and work with you. Okay, so another pre-frame is a referral for maybe I'm a past customer. Also, like I said before, content. So that content could be things like blog posts, Facebook Lives, or training videos, but then also webinars. All right, and so last point on those 3 keys is the offer. So the big question is this the right offer for your tribe? And so a lot of times what you have is what you think is awesome. I mean, you believe that everybody should be buying it, but the question is, does your customer like it? If they don't like it, no matter how bomb you think it is, they're not going to buy it. And so they have to like a couple of different parts of your content or your program or your service before they purchase. So they have to like what you're actually offering, the contents of the offer. Like, oh yeah, they want to learn about building a business, okay? They have to also like the way you describe your offer. So you have to make sure that you're using words that they would use. You have to describe it in ways that they would recognize, okay? So that's number 2, description of your offer. Also, the price point of your offer. They may love what's included. They might love the way you described it, But if they can't afford it, and the majority of the people who you're targeting can't afford it, then they're not going to buy it. And then lastly is the mode of delivery, okay? Let's say that you were targeting super busy single moms. If the product or service that you're offering is too long and drawn out, or maybe you have videos that are 3 and 4 hours long, that is not something that they're going to like and enjoy, okay? So what you may want to do is download and convert those courses into smaller chunks, and then also download them as MP3s so that they can consume them maybe when their kids are at soccer practice or they're in the car driving to work or something like that. Okay. But then I would also, once again, describe it that way and say, hey, I know that you're busy, so I have made these lessons super short, to the point, and transportable so that you can listen to them on the go. Boom. So all of those things matter. Okay. When you are deciding on your traffic sources for your business. So I know that I've discussed a lot today, and I know that you're probably like, oh my God, but I want to ask you a question. If I could help you find out exactly what your customers wanted to buy and helped you create a product that practically sold itself, no more crickets, would that be a good idea? How would you feel about that? And if I helped you create an automated follow-up system that would allow you to increase the number of contacts and touches to your ideal customers and increase sales on autopilot, would that be worth your while? Or what about if I could help you choose the highest converting and the best traffic for your offers so that the right people saw them and purchased? Would that be something that you'd be interested in? What if I could show you how to leverage online and offline marketing to fill your pipeline with customers ready to work with you? Or maybe what will be interesting to you is if I could show you how to package your knowledge and skills and finally build and grow a profitable business, right? What if? What if all you needed was someone to show you the way and help you tweak a couple of things in your business, right? Your hard work has not been in vain. All you need is someone who can show you the way. And so what I want to share with you really quickly is an opportunity for those of you who are ready to implement the blueprint, some additional support. And it's called the Client Getting Strategy 4-week online bootcamp. This 4-week online bootcamp is designed to help you design your customized client getting strategy. And so the first major component of the bootcamp are 2 modules that you're going to receive. In the first module, session 1, we're really going to dig down deep and really truly understand who your ideal customer is. And we're going to do that through some really deep work around your ideal customer, okay? So I'm going to show you exactly where to go to find out what the top of mind problems are for your ideal customer, okay? We're also going to design and build your irresistible freebie that's going to invite your ideal customers into your business. And then also in session 1, I'm going to help you design a customized nurture and follow-up sequence so you can continue to communicate with your ideal customers until they're ready to buy from you. Okay, so all of these things are going to be delivered in the first week of the boot camp. Week 2, you're going to actually implement and learn and do the homework that's included in module 1. And then week 3, during session 2, we're going to build out your power products and services. We're going to develop an upsell that's going to help you 2x or 3x your income. And we're going to design a traffic plan that's going to allow you to increase conversions and sales within a matter of weeks, guys. This doesn't have to take a long time. Within the 4 weeks, you're going to see results, and we're going to do it together. So what's the value? So the 4 video modules is valued at $197. Also, within the program, I'm going to give you the private planners and action guides that I'm currently using with my private clients right now. Okay, so when I'm working with my private clients who are paying me thousands of dollars in some of my top tier programs, I'm going to share the exact things that I'm using to help them build profitable businesses. Some of the things include my Dream Plan Profit Calculator to help you find the exact pricing that's going to work for your community, your client getting strategy guides, your profit and product maps, and all of the things that you're going to need to plan and map out a profitable business that helps you create the life that you desire. And so, once again, you're getting the 4 modules, you're getting the planners and guides that I've used with my personal clients, and I promise you, you are going to get clearer and become more confident about how you're going to make money and meet your income goals through this process and the client getting strategy blueprint. Okay, also included are 2 Q&A calls. So as I said before, you're going to have 2 weeks to implement what you're learning. And so during those 2 weeks, we're going to hop on a live Zoom call face to face, and I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask me any questions that you have and help give you feedback about your specific process and your specific collateral and your landing pages and all of those things that are really going to make this work for you. And most importantly, if for some reason you miss a class, you're going to have lifetime access to the Q&A library. So each and every week, each and every 2 weeks for the year of 2017, I'm going to make myself available to answer your questions. And if you can't make it, you can use your username and password to access all of these calls. So what's the value? Okay, you get the 4 modules valued at $197. You get my private clients, planners, and guides valued at $197. And you're also going to get the 2 live Q&A calls per month and the previous call library valued at $197. Okay, so then, okay, I threw in all that stuff. Then I'm going to make sure that you are able to use your system and activate it using the power of social media with the Profit from Your Post social media course. And that course is valued at $97. So as you see, altogether what I'm offering is valued at over $600. And so if all this program could do is give you more time to spend time with your family, because you know that your bills are being taken care of and you know that you don't have to work 2 jobs, would this be worth your while? Would this be worth $600 to spend time with your kids and to be able to go to their volleyball and basketball games, okay? And to be truly present in their life while they're growing up. And if all this program was able to do is help you earn a couple $100 extra a month so that you could take the vacation of your dreams and finally start experiencing the best that life has to offer, would that be worth your while? Now, if all this program could do is remove like half of the frustration you've been feeling over the past couple of months trying to build a business on your own, would that be worth your while? Or what about if we could remove the anxiety and the stress that comes along with investing tons of time into something that looks like it's not working? Would that be worth your while? So I'm not going to charge you $600 for this course. Today, and for a limited time, this 4-week online boot camp is going to be offered to you for an investment of $97. Okay? So there's no excuses. I've made it super affordable. I've included what I believe is the support that you need. I've been listening as you've been talking. So it has the support that you need. All it is about right now is about you making a decision. And so this is not a decision about, am I going to invest in a course or if I'm going to invest in training? It's really about, are you going to invest in you? Okay? Are you going to invest a little bit of time and a little bit of money so that you can have time with your family and more time for fun? Are you going to invest the amount of money that you could spend eating in for a month, building a business so that you could experience more time for life and financial freedom, right? And time to travel the world. That's what it's really about. It's really about investing in you. And finally, putting yourself first and investing in yourself and your business. Okay, so it really comes down to what you really want. Do we want more frustration and anxiety? Or do you finally want to commit to getting the support that you need so that you can start generating the income that you know you deserve, right? Because God would not give you a gift and a vision and not provide provision, right? I didn't make that up. But isn't that true? He wouldn't give you a gift and a burning desire and then not create it in a way so that you could take care of your family and enjoy what he has created for you. And so I want to quickly talk about a couple of people who have used these techniques that I've been sharing with you, and they have seen results, okay? And these people have seen results, and I promise you, you can have these same types of results too. So real quick, one of my private clients, Kenya C, she's a powerful wellness coach. She's an activist. She's a spiritual advisor. And using the techniques that I'm going to share with you, for only 2 weeks, she was able to double the size of her list. And remember, the more people that you have to talk to who are very targeted, the more potential for income and growth, right? If nobody knows about you, nobody can buy from you, okay? So it's possible. If it was possible for Kenya C, it's possible for you. Then I have another one of my clients, Brandy W, and she's an educator, she's a speaker, she's a consultant, but she's also the owner of Imagine Me Academy, which is a learning center. And when we started working on this specific project, she wanted to bring more students into her school. And so over the course of 3 weeks, using some of the social media strategies that are included in the Profit from Your Post course that's included as a bonus, but also through nurturing and follow-up sequences, she was able to add 11 new students to her school in only 3 weeks. And that translates to over $4,000 worth of new income. And so imagine if you invest in this course and invest $97 and then get similar results to Brandy or Kenya and create $4,000 worth of income. Okay, I need you to understand that that's a possibility for you. It's a possibility for Brandy. It's a possibility for Kenya, and it can happen, but you have to take action. Okay, so once again, guys, it's the Client Getting Strategy 4-week online boot camp. I would love to have you there. It's not for everybody, but for those who are committed to growth, I will personally see that that growth does happen. You do your part and I'll do mine. So as promised, I said for those of you who stay to the end of the webinar, I was going to allow you to download my free Client Getting Strategy Blueprint. Okay, so here's the link. Make sure to download that strategy guide. Make sure to stick it on your wall, stick it on your computer, but most importantly, start to use it and implement with consistently, and you will see results. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. If you have any questions about the Client Getting Strategy 4-week online bootcamp, feel free to email me at brandy@brandylspencer.com. You can also contact me on Twitter and Instagram at Brandy the Boss. On Facebook, you can search for Consider the Possibilities. And I thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Bye-bye.